Hello, my name is Edo Udoma and welcome to this wonderful Photoshop video on how to play with colors in Photoshop, how to create artificial makeup on faces using Photoshop, how to create artificial light on your models or pictures using Photoshop. So in this video, you will learn how to do all of this, how to make up your models using Photoshop, how to create light effect, how to create light on skin effect. This is really awesome trick in Photoshop that you need to know, and that is exactly what I'll show you in this video. If you have not subscribed to my channel, do well to subscribe, hit the notification button to get notifications on all of my new videos. So let's get started quickly and you learn how to create even more than what I'm about to show you. Let's dive in. Go to File, New. You can give it whatever title you like and then select the checkbox Artboards. Click on Artboards and then scroll down. Every other setting is in place. For those of you that probably had wondered, how is he getting two canvases on one screen in Photoshop? Are you sure, really sure this is Photoshop? Yes, this is Photoshop. And how to do that is by selecting Artboards. Make sure the checkbox is on and then you click on Create. You can see Artboard 1 appears here, and then to create another artboard, you can click on the artboard and then click the plus sign and it creates Artboard 2. Minimize the property and Command -2 to zoom out. Press H on your keyboard to select the hand tool. With the hand tool, you can move the canvas around your screen. So this is how to get Artboard 1 and Artboard 2 on your canvas. So let's go ahead and bring in our photo. So I'll just get my photo, drag in, and place photo for Artboard 1. Press enter on your keyboard and press Command T to transform. Press down Shift and adjust by the edge. So this is fine. I have my supermodel, very pretty, Butendala. Okay, so this is my supermodel. She's very fantastic. And okay, so let's just get right in on this tutorial and never mind. To create a lighting effect on the face, what I will do is to duplicate this image and click on, go back to selection, Artboard, select tool, click on the image, press down Alt or Option on your keyboard, click and drag. Drag over to the second canvas. On our layer, we have Artboard 1, Artboard 2. So Artboard 1 will be our reference point to see how the original image looks like, while Artboard 2 will be our canvas, and on this canvas we'll be playing around with whatever effect I want to create in this tutorial, and all the lighting, makeups, and all of the effect I'll be showing you in this tutorial will be done from Artboard 2. So position image on Artboard, zoom in, Command plus on your keyboard and press H on your keyboard to select the hand tool, move around. And the first thing I'm going to show you here is how to rasterize. So right click on the image and click rasterize, so we knock off the mask. Then select areas you want to color. Let's zoom in. zoom into the face really. And then I think I need to give my model some kind of makeup a bit. So let's start from the makeup before I get to show you how we can play around with light on her face. So the first thing we need to do right here is to select let's go back to move tool, on mouse over edit in quick mask mode, click edit in quick mask mode. You can find the red highlight on the layer and then select brush tool, press B for shortcut on your keyboard, and we have brush tool. You can adjust the brush size by pressing bracket open and close to adjust the size of your brush on your keyboard, and that's immediately after the alphabet P on your keyboard. Or you can go to settings and adjust the size of your brush. Take it down and it's small. Take it down and it's smaller. Take it really down and it's really small. Okay, so press enter on your keyboard or return and adjust the brush size. Paint on the area you want to apply effects on. So I'll be changing the colors around this area. And next is you press Q on your keyboard, shortcut to select the quick mask tool is Q. So press letter Q on your keyboard and we have our selection. Right here we have our selection. The next thing to do is to go to property for the layer. The next thing to do is to add a hue kind of effect to it. So let's run down to where we have fills or adjustment layer. Click on the fills and adjustments. Select hue and saturation. And then play around the hue. Play around the hue. And wow! You notice what is happening here. It's color grading the whole face, and that is not what I want. What I want is just that the particular spot I painted with my brush tool over the quick selection mode. So how do I get rid of this? Very simple. Go back to edit and step backwards, or you can use the keyboard shortcut Alt Command or Option Command Z. So what we need to do now is to inverse this selection. To inverse the selection, go to select and click on inverse. Then go back to adjustment and fills, click on hue and saturation. Play around with your hue, and wow, we can press the hand tool. You can play around with this, whatever hue you would like to give it. It's up to you. This is very quick, simple, and easy. I know a lot of you will like this particular one, especially the ladies and the photographers. Okay, so this is very awesome. Next thing I want to show you here is like, let's just start playing around with this effect. How do we play around? Okay, let me show you just that. Click on the next portion. Go back to quick selection, to quick mask mode. Brush tool, press B on your keyboard or select brush and then reduce the size. I'm going to give this portion a different shade. Oh God. This is what I did. I did this brush selection on the mask and that was absolutely wrong. So undo, Alt Command Z. Select your image and then draw over. Press Q on your keyboard to snap out of the mask mode and go to select, inverse, go back to add another hue and saturation for that portion. You can see it affects the new selected region only. So what color do you think I should give this. Let's just make the tone. Let's make the tone. Okay, so I like that tone, and I'm going to do another selection to the face, and this time around, let me zoom out a bit. This time around, I'll be playing with light on her face. So look at this image and notice you have strong highlights on her forehead, you have strong highlights around her cheeks, the nose bone, upper lips, and just check out for every area you have this kind of strong light. Those are the areas I will be playing with in this trick. So select the image again, and then go to quick mask mode, Q on your keyboard, make your adjustment layer and fills, Hue and Saturation. Before that, oh my god, I needed to paint on the area first, so Alt Option Command Z, and then the brush tool, B on your keyboard, and the brush is selected right here. Come back, increase the size of the brush, and paint over, and zoom out. Let's check out, we have a kind of diffused light, and so we'll make use of what we see here. Just call up these areas. The light will fall on some part of the skin and her clothes. Just paint around and then zoom out a bit, increase the brush size. Okay, so I'm done with that. Zoom in again, Command plus on your keyboard. Snap out from quick selection mode, go to select and inverse, go to adjustment layers, add up your hue and saturation again, and this time around, okay, what kind of light am I giving it? Okay, so let's give it something, let's say the blue skin. Let's see how the blue skin will look like. Now it's not really looking good, so I'm just looking at something really cool. Okay, so we stop here, and you can reduce the opacity. You can reduce the opacity of your light, and you can change the mode to multiple. You can change it to overlay, depending on what kind of effect you want to have right here. But this is not the kind of effect I'm looking for, so I'll leave it at normal and then reduce the opacity a little. Okay, so we'll zoom out, and then it's time to play with light. It's time to play with light. So we do select the image. This time around, create a new layer, and then press I, or that is color picker. Right here we have eyedropper tool. Click on any favorite color I would like to use here, and then or you can select from the color swatch. Press OK and paint over. Go to brush tool and paint over your canvas. Paint over, paint over, paint over, paint over, paint over. You can play around with the colors. Click OK. Let's play around with it, and then move. The adjustment layer is trying to compete with the layer I just created, because you know how the adjustment layer works. It affects anything, any layer that is under it. So move this up and get rid of those actions. Very wonderful. This is cool. So go back to color and select something light this time, and press OK on your keyboard. Paint over the image again. Never mind what I'm doing right now. You get to like it. I need to add a little color to with contrasting color, let's say yellow, and then go to filter, blur and Gaussian blur. Take the blur up a bit so we have a blend of all of these hues. We have a blend, that's right. So click OK and then go to filters and click on multiple, try out, so see what you have. Yeah, and do you really like what you see from multiple? Let's check out on screen. Let's check out for overlay. Let's check out for soft light, and then we can have a vivid light. Feel free to play around with all of this effect to see what you really want to achieve. So let's go back to multiple with the layer 2 selected. Go to image adjustment and do layer levels, rather select levels, click on levels, and then we adjust the darkness and the lights, lighten up a bit. Press OK and hide the property. You can play around the layer by erasing some parts you don't really like out, or you create some kind of array of light. So let's go ahead and create another layer, and on this layer we have this kind of light striking off from this portion, striking off and hitting right here. Repeat the same process. Let's go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Adjust the Gaussian effect. Click OK. Go to multiple. You can try out the same thing, overlay. Zoom in to really see what you're doing very fine, and then you can reduce the opacity just a little bit, and then with this effect you can see this kind of blend of colors on her face, and it's creating some kind of light reflection on her face, which makes it really cool and really wonderful. This is just the tip of the iceberg, so you can go ahead and experiment, explore, you do whatever you like to do, explore on this technique I just showed you now, and make the best out of it. Create new layers, create new colors, and then draw over the canvas. Use the cleaner tool, that's E on my keyboard, erase some parts out, go to filters, click on Gaussian blur, blow it out, and then press OK. Press OK, and then go to eraser tool, press E on your keyboard, adjust the size and clean up some portion that's it's really not working the way I wanted. Okay, so this is wonderful. Okay, so go out. You need to allow some feel of the blue touch some part of the skin, so don't erase everything completely out, so you get this kind of light effect. So this is really wonderful. Play around with it and clean off the blue from this part. Okay, so zoom out and press move tool. Look at the before and the after. This is how to create wonderful lighting effect and even makeup on photos. So you can use this trick to add lipsticks, change the color to red, whatever color you want to have. You can use this technique to add eyeshadows. Make up your model as much as you would like to do. Zoom in again to see, you can see the makeup. and this is really wonderful. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do well to hit the notification button, subscribe, hit the notification button, and do well to check me out when you have new notifications on my new video. So my name is Ito Udoma, and thank you for watching this video. See you in my next video.